Right now I'm going to be installing the time chain on this vehicle here. And this is the Sharpie tools right there, lining up with the line right there on the engine block. These are the cam caps. That's how they are installed. I'm gonna come to the front of the engine here. This is the locking tool. I put these pieces of the oil head gasket because the plate may remains a little bit loose. Here, the timing mark right there. The engine block, that's like a small notch, and the crankshaft pulley here, I painted them for better visibility. And just one thing about the camshaft, make sure they rotate freely after you install the cam caps. Okay, right now you put this in this position like this. That's the timing mark on top, and the flat side goes on top. This is the sprocket here, flat side with flat side. This is the oil sprocket here for the oil pump. That is the oil pump right there. Next, I'm gonna put it in the timing chain here, and the guy at the same time. See the tab right there, I also painted for better visibility. Okay, right here, that's lining up. And these are the pins for the guys here. They are pins, not exactly bolts. Make sure you put them by hand. I'll put the other one here too. Usually this guy always breaks because it moves too much. Now this is the sprocket here for the oil pump. See, there's no way to get lost. It goes only one way. Right here, and see the timing mark right there. I'm gonna put the bolt here to keep it in place. See, I put it all the way in by hand. Now grab this tensioner here. So this is the tool I use here to pull the little thing inside back and press it at the same time. And don't let it come out. If you let it come out, you have to redo it again. Try to put it here. Put the pins. Always put them by hand at the beginning. Okay, this is the control housing here. This has compression rings, so be careful with that. Compression rings cannot be damaged. And make sure you lubricate them and place it very straight, very straight. Make sure nothing is binding. Make sure you don't damage the compression rings again. You went inside so smooth. This is the 8mm triple square socket. Make sure you put them by hand. And this is the high pressure pump sprocket. I'm gonna lubricate it, and also the pin for this high pressure pump sprocket. A little bit later, I'm gonna be showing the cutout that has to line up with the cutout and the cylinder head. I'm putting the pin here. You see, you can move it this right now, it doesn't matter, but once you install the timing chain, it has a side. I'm gonna put the camera here, and you see both cutouts are lining up here, the cutout on the cylinder head and on the sprocket. Let's go with the cam gears here. Now this small part, I explained it on camera, but the memory card got corrupted and it could not be seen. But this usually you rotate the camshaft adjusters all the way to the right before installing them. I did that, but it could not be seen because my memory card got corrupted and I couldn't recover those videos. The most critical part when it comes to install the cam adjusters. These are the cam adjusters here, and the cam adjuster is this here in the center, the ones with the cutout. The entire part here is the cam gear. What you do is when it comes to install these cam adjusters, you grab the entire cam gear with your left hand, and with your right hand you turn this all the way to the right, to where the hand is pointing, all the way to the right here, and that's how you're gonna install it. And that's how you're gonna install the timing chain also. Do not let it move. If it moves, then redo it again. You have to lock it. That's how you lock it, by turning this cam adjuster, the one in the center, the one I'm passing the mouse on top. That's the way you're gonna install it. Do not let it move. And when I say that this is the most critical part of the entire timing chain job, is because this is really the most critical part. If you don't do this, you will get correlation codes, you will get slack here. You're not supposed to get slack on this side. The only slack is here. So please do not miss this. And the way you can tell when you have not installed this correctly is when you're done with the timing chain here, and you go to the front of the engine and try to turn over the engine. You come to find out that you get slack here, and you also not able to place the tool anymore to lock the camshafts with a tool, with a metal plate or bar, whatever you want to call it. You have to redo it again. You have to take out the upper timing chain, because the lower one is very easy, but this is the one that gives problems sometimes. Grab the entire cam adjuster, cam gear, with your left hand, and turn this over, the center part here, with the ones with the cutout, the one with the cutout, with your right hand, turn it all the way to the right, because the engine is gonna turn over this way. Once the engine is running, it's gonna turn this way, so the timing chain will pull them equally at the same time here, and they will not move, because the engine does not go back, only one way. So please don't miss that. And I'm lining up the sprocket here, the sprocket for the high pressure pump, lining it up, the two cut out. Now I'm gonna be installing this guy here on this side, and make sure the only slack you get is on this side of this guy, not on the left hand side, not on the other guy. I'm talking about the upper timing chain. If you get slack on the left hand side, then you have a problem. Do not install, do not keep going, but you have to fix the problem. See the TC block this one remains in the middle, and the timing mark, that's the other timing mark right there. The other one cannot be seen inside anymore at this point, because it's been covered by all the gears. See I lubricated before rotating the engine, even the cams. Okay, here's the front of the engine here, and that is the timing mark right there, lining up both of them in the crankshaft pulley and then in the engine block. And I'm gonna take this plate off, because I'm gonna turn over the engine a few times and see if both cams go at the same time. And I'm supposed to place the tool every time I want to, and make sure that nothing is binding. I tuned it a few times already, and I'm supposed to place the tool. If I'm not able to place the tool, then I still have a problem, and I gotta go back and check. And most likely that should be, if there is a problem that the tool cannot be put on the cams here, then most likely the cam adjusters. See, I'm able to put the tool right here. That's the tool. So no matter how many times you turn over the engine, you're supposed to place the tool, no matter what. If you're not able, that means you have a problem in the rear of the engine, and that most likely is going to be the cam adjusters. And this is the, see how on time it is perfectly. It's lining up. If you lining this up here, these timing marks, you lining up the ones in the rear and the crankshaft and the line in the engine block. Right here, the timing marks. And I realize when it comes to the timing chain on these engines, it won't matter where the black tools, black teeth, and the timing chain goes. The only slack is here. The only slack is here on this tensioner on the right hand side, standing in the rear of the engine. Turning over the engine more times here, just to make sure and see how even they are, the camshafts. See right there, I'm putting them in the front of the camera. And no matter how many times you turn over the engine, they have to line up. And you gotta place the tool. So no problem. You place the tool every time you want to, if everything is fine. No slack on here, no slack on here, please. See these two cutouts lining up here, the cutout in the cylinder head and the cutout in the high pressure pump sprocket. No slack here. See, I'm able to place the tool every time I want to with no problem.